Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm a Boeing 737 pilot, and today I would like to give you a quick introduction into the aircraft and avionics update that Microsoft has just released for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, the first thing very important here is that you have to remove the working title G1000 and working title CJ4 mods from your community folder as part of this update, as they are no longer compatible with the new versions of the aircraft. You also have to remove any mods for the TBM or the Longitude, including any flight dynamic environment or light mods that you previously had, as otherwise the aircraft may refuse to work. The good news though is that you are not really losing any functionality, because it's all been added to the default aircraft now. So let's go over what is new, starting with the Longitude. In general, the G3000 and G5000 avionics suits in the simulator have been greatly enhanced, as you can see in the preview videos flying the Longitude and the TBM that I did earlier on, which are going to be linked in the video description below. So for a more complete look at those systems, have a look into those videos. However, in this one I want to give you a quick insight into the cockpit of the Longitude and give you a very quick overview of what is actually new. So let's turn the power on. The first thing you're going to notice is the new startup sequence in the G5000s here in the Longitude. Now, the next thing you're going to notice is that there is a lot of enhanced features in here that we previously didn't have. Like if we go to the aircraft systems, then we can now access a lot of the synoptic pages, like for example the hydraulic page over here, or the flight controls page over here. Now, also new is that the flight plan system now fully supports the new working title flight plan system, which means that you have support for RF lag capabilities, holdings, and so on and so on. Also new is performance calculators, so you have takeoff and landing data available now for your aircraft. Now, for a more complete look, please refer to my other video about the Longitude, where I have a look at it in detail, that you can again find in the video description below. Let's head over to the next aircraft, which is the TBM 930, that has also seen a great update. Now, looking inside the 930, the first thing we're going to notice is that we have the G3000 system fitted in here compared to the G5000 from the Longitude, and all the differences have been modeled in great detail. So, looking for example at the touchscreen controllers over here, we have the differences, like no takeoff speeds available, but just the standard speed bug function, and we also have some, let's call them a little bit simplified system controls, but that is all accurate to the real unit. Now, the TBM has also seen some great updates, and I'm going to give you a link to a full flight I'm doing with it to somewhat show you the new features in action in the video description below, so be sure to stay tuned to that. The next aircraft that deserves an honorable mention in this round of updates is the Citation CJ4. Now, I'm sure that many of you have been familiar with the working title CJ4 mod previously, and this is basically an even more enhanced version of it. So, this is now also part of the default simulator, with the exception of Navigraph charts, which no longer are, but working title has already said that they do plan to add those with a future update as a third-party mod once again. The reason charts are not available inside the simulator is licensing reasons, because Microsoft cannot ensure the continuous service of the Navigraph option, and at this moment at least not provide their own charts as well. However, apart from that, all the mods currently mentioned have seen major functionality updates within the scope of what you would expect from the previous mod in case of the CJ4, and far beyond that in case of the TBM and the Longitude. Another set of aircraft that saw great changes and updates is the General Aviation series, because the default GNS 430 and 530 avionics have also been updated to bring them much more closely in line with their real-world counterparts. Now, that includes updates to the different fonts that we see on the units. It includes things like the startup sequence. So let's go ahead with this. Now, for example, we see it searching and acquiring satellites now, and the flight plan and VNAV management in the units have also been greatly enhanced, including the capability for RF flags and so on. Now, the units have been added to the following aircraft in the Aircraft and Avionics Update 1, that is the C-172 Classic that we're currently sitting in here, the Cap-10, the DA-40 TDI, the DV-20 Katana, L-39, P-51D, and the T-6. Now, if you have previously not played around with these units, it is really recommendable to do so, because even though they are quite old by nowadays standards, they still provide a great avionics and navigation suite. Most importantly, they also have satellite weather overlay support now, which is basically next-rat simulation. There have been some bug fixes done to the G1000 suit as well, or to the G1000 NXi I should say more precisely, which is fixed an incorrect text label in the PFD arrival selection page, fixed flight plan clearing when loading a VTF as next lag, fixed wind direction being shown in degrees true rather than magnetic, and fixed the GPS WP distance showing 0 on a random direct 2. The last thing I'd like to talk about in this video is some general bug fixes that we have seen with the AAU1 update. And there have been a couple of changes to helicopters, mostly related to using legacy flight model realism settings set to less than 100%, and control loss in the pitch axis when the helicopter's anti-stall assist was turned on in the simulator settings. But there have also been a couple more fixes that relate more generally to the simulator, that include, for example, repaired snow covering 100% of the airport tarmac and roads, fixed a problem where a setting that a scenery developer could do would have removed VORs, NDBs and waypoints from the simulator, and finally a fix to, let's call it, third-party satellite terrain around airports mostly, that might have been overridden by the Bing aerial image on terrain with photogrammetry on it. Apart from that, there is a small fix to the level of detail issues on the Xbox, and that basically rounds up the Aircraft and Avionics Update 1. The update will automatically download to your simulator and will be deployed automatically. Once again, be sure to remove any third-party mod that you had for the G1000, CJ4, TBM or Longitude that includes any flight dynamic mods that you might have previously installed, because otherwise the aircraft will not work correctly. If you do encounter an issue with them, that would also be the first recommendation of what to do. Remove those third-party mods, and then hopefully everything should work just fine. Once again, if you want to view some more complete videos on the TBM and the Longitude, I'm going to link those in the video description below. And for now, I would like to thank you very much for watching. Hope that you have enjoyed this video, and mostly hope that you are going to enjoy the Aircraft and Avionic update in action on your computer. It will take a little bit of a learning curve to get used to how this new avionics work, but I'm sure that once you've mastered them, you're going to be very, very happy with the changes provided. I certainly am. I'm looking forward to do more flights with them right now. So this is going to be the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you all again, hopefully very soon. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by becoming a channel member. And this is going to give you some exclusive access to pre-release content, and in first-class membership, even the ability to request me to do custom videos for you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm looking forward to see you all again, hopefully very soon.